Okay, here we go. This will be a short one here. Just a few things to kind of review from yesterday and add a couple things. How might someone solve a problem scientifically? So you have a problem, you want to solve it scientifically. You're going to use an experiment. And we've written this down yesterday, so you shouldn't need to. But a way to gather information to help explain or solve a problem. That's what it is to experiment. What skills must a scientist have in order to gather information or data? They must do a good job of making observations. And they use their senses to do this. So, if you saw me in class, okay, and I didn't say anything, let's pretend maybe this is non-COVID times, but if you saw me at the front of class and I sneezed twice and I blew my nose and my voice sounded weird, okay, you would probably draw some inferences that I was sick, okay, and you used your senses to gather that information. You saw me blow my nose. You heard me blow my nose. I don't know if you'd smell me, but those are some ways to gather information. If you walked into my house and I was grilling, you could probably smell the burgers that I had on the grill, or you could taste them, or you could touch them, or you could see them, hear them. So using your senses to gather information. Which sense would you use to see if water was boiling? You could see it with your eyes. You could see the little bubbles coming up. You could hear it when a pot is boiling. You can hear it. You could feel it. You could put your hand above in the steam. If you were really daring, you could put your hand in the hot water. I don't know if you could smell it or taste it. You definitely wouldn't want to taste boiling water, but so there's many senses there. How could you tell the difference between salt, baking soda, and flour? So if I had a cup of each one, how would you figure out the difference? First of all, you'd probably look at them. By looking at them, I think you could see that the salt was different. But baking soda and flour, you probably won't be able to tell by looking at them. Then I would smell them. Baking soda has a distinctive smell over flour, so you could do it that way. You could taste them, taste each one, and definitely know the differences. So there are a number of ways you could figure that out. Same thing with vinegar, rubbing alcohol and water. The first thing I would do is I would smell it, and you'd be able to tell the difference right away. Vinegar has a distinctive smell. Rubbing alcohol has a strong odor that kind of burns your nostrils. And then pure water should not have a smell at all. So smell it. You could taste it if you wanted to. The vinegar wouldn't taste great. The rubbing alcohol would taste terrible. It'd probably burn. But there are different ways to do those things. Okay, don't need to write anything. Scientists can improve their senses by using technology. What type of technology? Well, we use microscopes to see small things, telescopes to see closer. We use dogs to smell things. I know they have drug sniffing dogs and bomb sniffing dogs. That I don't know if that counts as technology. But we use technology to improve our senses a lot. A lot of people have glasses or contacts. I had LASIK surgery, so that would fall in the technology thing. Some of the older teachers, like Mrs. Haneke, she has hearing aids. So those are technologies to help with that. So a bunch of things there. Oops. If we looked at this, the sunbather was turning red because, and you draw an inference because they were probably getting sunburned. Write this down. Inferring, an explanation for an observation. So, explaining something that you see. When you watch movies, you draw inferences all the time. They don't always say, oh, this is the bad guy, or this is the good guy. You have to draw those inferences yourself. Okay? I remember as a kid always asking my parents, is that a good guy or bad guy? And you have to watch. If you see someone with a gun shooting at people, odds are it's a bad guy. Or if you see things with stolen money or whatever, and you have to draw your own inferences. Sometimes you get surprised at the end of the movie that you're wrong, but drawing an inference. The student got an A in science because, I'd say because they studied. If you look at this picture, these are tracks in the snow. Okay, first of all, let's look at this here. You'd probably say what about those tracks? Just looking by the tracks, knowing nothing more, you would probably say that those are a man's tracks because they're bigger, okay? You'd probably say they're moving in this direction. That'd be a realistic guess. You might be wrong, but there's a good chance you're right. Right here, you see these tracks, you'd probably say they're moving this way. And you'd probably say they're a little kid or a small woman, just based on past experience. And then you see these tracks here, okay? I would say that looks like high heels or something. So I would probably say that's a woman walking in this direction. No one told me this. I'm strictly looking by the picture and drawing inferences from my past knowledge and from the observations that I'm making. I'm probably right, but I could be way off. I just don't know. Oops. If we look at this one right here, okay, these are also tracks in the snow. We can draw some inferences here. Okay, take a minute and see what you think. My guess would be that it is someone on crutches, that these are their crutch spots and there's their good leg. You would say their left, this looks like a left foot, so their left leg is healthy and their right leg is broken or is injured. So that's my inference for that. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I'm drawing inferences. And that's it.